Welcome to Humble Narcissist Podcast. Should we start introducing ourselves just in case we have like new viewers and stuff?
Like, do you think more than the one person who watches?
Yeah, like if we have random people, like I'm Stephen.
I'm Dillon.
Yeah. And this is Humble Narcissist Podcast.
Yeah.
Where we talk about basically anything
Whatever
that we
want
to.
to.
So today, our main topic is going to be our favorite new obsession, Chimp Crazy, which
it's so wild.
A friend of mine got me to watch it, so then I made Dylan watch it because I was like, you will not believe what is going on. Anyway, so before we get to that, how have you been? What have you been up to? It's been a minute since I've seen you.
A couple days, right?
No, it's been a couple weeks.
No, since we hung out last week.
Did we?
Yeah, that was when the drag show was, last Tuesday.
Yeah, but we didn't do this at all last week because I was having terrible AC problems. And I'm a good friend, America.
Because I would melt.
I wasn't going to make him sit upstairs in 90-degree weather and record with all the lights shining on him because I'm a good lady.
Because I would melt.
I would too, so I can't complain. I was sleeping downstairs for like the past week, which Corey didn't care for, but he was sleeping upstairs in the bedroom because he is insane. I could not do that.
It's because he needed the darkness, right?
Yeah, he has to have it completely dark because he has like the blackout curtains and all that stuff so that he can sleep, but...
I would have taken the blackout curtains downstairs.
Mm-hmm. I would have
just maneuvered that shit.
Yeah. No, thank you. I couldn't do that at all. But we went to go see Drag Race Live, which that was a fabulous show.
It was.
I have to tell you, I was pleasantly surprised because, like, I love Chanel. I didn't know that she could host, like, on that level, though.
Oh, I assumed she could.
But, like...
She doesn't just steal people's purses, allegedly.
Shut up, Dylan. I loved it. I thought she was the best host. Like, out of all the drag shows that I've gone to, I think she was top notch.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I think she's my favorite host of all of them that I've been to.
See, I think Asia O'Hara was a really good host.
I'm not saying that she wasn't a good host. I'm just saying I think Chanel is my favorite host. I think that this show, though, I think was the best one that I've been to of like...
I think Chanel was better than Evie. Evie wasn't that great of a host.
Yeah, I can agree with that. This one... Instead of doing like the whole like backstory thing, kind of like Work the World does, where like they did the time travel one and something else.
Time travel?
That was the first one Corey and I went to as a date night because Corey wanted to go, and then the other one was like the Matrix that they did.
Okay.
But then this one was basically Drag Race Live, and I thought it was really cool because they showed you their like your favorite moments from the show.
Yeah.
They all did like their own little talent number, and I think that out of all of them, I think Roxy was my favorite, but that's because she did the Wonder Woman. And I
like Roxy.
I do too. You know what? I have to admit that I wasn't the biggest fan of hers because of like, not to blame the edit, but the way that she always got edited is like a Bia.
Well, she was a bitch on season 5, but then she made it right. Give her a sewing challenge and she'll give you what you like.
And she did. I wasn't expecting to like her as much, but on All Stars, what was that, 9?
Yeah, All Stars 9.
I really learned to love her a lot. I think that the cast was really good. Got Mixed performance was really good. I have no complaints on that show.
I got some good pictures.
We did the meet and greet, which was a lot of fun.
Except I looked awkward as fuck.
Here's my thing, though, because, like, when it comes to the meet and greets and all that, like, I know that some people, like, they love it and they thrive in it and, like, they talk to them and all that.
I don't.
I'm too nervous.
Right.
So, like, I saw a clip of like Trixie and Katya talking about meet and greets, and Katya's like, sometimes people just come up shaking and they're like, oh, and she's like, it's just us.
Or they trauma dump.
Yeah. I'm the person that like, I'm not physically shaking, but in my head I'm like, don't be weird. Don't be weird.
You should have went up to him and said, hi, my dad just died.
I don't know what to say to that. But like...
What do you say? Oh, I'm sorry?
I don't know. I didn't know what to say. All I could think of like saying was like, because I know I'm a hugger and not a lot of people are, so I was just like, is it okay if I hug you? Because I noticed that
Do I have your consent?
yeah, like I don't want to like freak them out or anything. But then it did make me laugh because when I was standing next to Vanjie and got Mick, Corey was wearing his Umbreon shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why are you staring at me like you're on drugs?
I don't know.
Like you're staring at me and your eyes just got really wide, and I'm like,
I don't know.
I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Maybe I was dissociating or something.
Anyway, I was standing there and Vanjie, thanks, Dylan. I lost my train of thought there for a second.
Sorry.
Vanjie said to Got Mick, "Ooh, I almost got that shirt because it's the new Pokemon Halloween collection because I always buy those sweaters." And Got Mick was like, "Where do we even get that?" And it just made me laugh in the photo because Vanjie was like, "Pokemon Center, bitch." I was like, "Yes!" And I was like, "I know, I got all three." That was like the most conversation I had with any of them. Was just telling Vanjie that I bought all three of those because I did. And then Georges was really nice. She tried to start a conversation with me, but I was too nervous because she's like, "Ooh, I like your little froggy sweater." And I was like, "Thanks." And like moved on. I'm not good in those situations.
Me either. I'm awkward.
It stresses me
I'm
out.
just like, nice meeting you guys,
and
girls.
my anxiety goes up. So like, I'm on pills for that now, though. So we'll see if that helps.
Are you noticing a difference yet?
I noticed last night when I went to the open mic that I wasn't as nervous as I usually was when I would go. So like my nerves were fine.
Your anxiety's going down.
So that was a big plus. And then today, because I've been on it for a week, because now I'm taking Lexapro, just so everybody knows. My doctor was like, take half for a week because it'll make you a little bit of nausea, could give you a headache. And then after the week, start taking the full pill. So today is my first time taking a full pill, but I do have to say that I did feel a little bit of the nausea and headache the first couple of days. Yeah. So
it's okay. We all have our antipsychotics we take.
I know. And I told you, my family kind of annoyed me, and I'm sorry that I know that one of them watches it, but when I was like, well, today I've been diagnosed as chronically depressed or clinically depressed. And they're like, everybody's depressed, Stephen. It's
you want
like
a fucking sticker.
Basically, I was like, okay. Like, what do I say to that? I'm just like, okay. I've been told that, girl, you better go see a therapist. So I'm trying to do that. Which, by the way, let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
They suggested a therapist. I called them. They're not accepting new patients. So I've reached out to 2 other therapists now trying to get an appointment. Haven't heard back in a couple days. So now I'm going to call like the behavioral health people and be like, hey, I need you to give me somebody because no one is responding. Like, why is it so damn hard to find a therapist? Like,
it's because everyone is fucking crazy anymore and everyone has therapists. I don't have one though.
well, you know what? I've been told that I need to find one. So
My
I'm
therapy
trying.
is food.
I know,
And I can't even eat a lot of that anymore.
That's my problem is that when I'm sad, I turn directly to food. Hence why lately I always have crumble cookies.
Treat yourself.
I do treat myself. You know, this week they have fried ice cream and caramel pumpkin.
That sounds good. Did you get them?
Oh, yeah, I did.
I really want just their chocolate chip again. Her chocolate chip are so good.
I went to the right one this time on the way back from the open mic, which is a definite positive. I sat there and I ate the fried ice cream one today because it was supposed to be chilled. It was so freaking good.
Was that? Okay.
Oh yeah, like it tastes like fried ice cream. Like
really?
Yeah. I gotta tell you, I will never be skinny because I enjoy sweets too much, and that's a real problem for me.
I understand. It is an affliction.
When my doctor called with my blood results and was like, "Oh, you have high cholesterol," I was like, "That's not a surprise. I've been fat my whole life, so like, let's move on to the next thing."
Mm-hmm. Right.
I know I have bad cholesterol, and I don't have any plans on fixing it. I still exercise daily, but like, that's about
Did they give you medicine for it?
For my cholesterol? No,
Yeah.
It's not that bad, I don't think, because they didn't suggest anything. But anyways, what else have you been up to?
Not really much, just work, playing video games, trying to find decent shows to watch.
I jumped from playing Golden Sun on the DS to now I'm back to Let's Go, so I've been shiny hunting all the time.
I'm on Star Ocean 1, and to get all 9 characters, I have to have 3 playthroughs.
Are you doing the one on the Switch?
Yeah.
The
Not like the... I'm doing the first one of it.
Oh.
Not
okay.
the one with... Not the one that just, like, remastered came out.
Do you have PlayStation Now?
I used to.
If you do, get on your PlayStation because they have, like, all of them for free right now. All of the Star Oceans.
Oh, nice.
All of them. I just saw it the other night. Anyway, this week we're going to be doing Drag Race Snatch Game. So I want to talk about that only for a quick moment, and then we'll take a break and come back and talk about Chimp Crazy.
Okay.
So I've noticed that our dear friend RuPaul is in a lot of trouble because of the way that he is judging a global all-stars, which I gotta tell you, I have to agree with everybody else because
It's Alyssa's show.
it really is. It's Alyssa, Queen Kong, and Kitty, and it's well, let's be honest. It's the English-speaking ones that he has already previously judged. And it's driving me insane because I still think that, and I'm not bashing any of their drag because they're all very good at drag. However,
Some of it looks like H&M.
yeah, some of it should definitely be in the bottom, but for some reason they keep getting saved, and that's
Right.
driving me nuts.
Yeah.
For example, I don't think that Gala should have been in the bottom. Now, is it Galavaro or is it Galovaro?
I don't know.
Either way, she shouldn't have been
Honestly,
in the bottom.
this is terrible to say, but I don't really know any of their names
Really?
except the English-speaking ones.
Wow, so
I
you're
know.
part of the problem.
But you know what? I don't like Global All-Stars. It's kind of meh. And honestly, I don't think they're going to do it again.
I want them to do it again, but I think that they need to change it up a lot.
Yes.
Because I will say that out of all of the drag races, I was so excited for Global because it's like now we're going to get, it's like the real Olympics of drag. Like someone from pretty much every single franchise.
Well,
and then you get
honestly,
to
they
see
should
what
have
all
like
of
the
them are
main
like.
judge from every franchise be a judge.
I
Like,
agree.
Get rid of Michelle. I mean, I guess Michelle can stay there since
So-
she's Australia now. But
Here's what I thought they should do. I thought, of course, they could still have like their regular guest judge, like get rid of Jamal,
yeah,
but like have Rue, Michelle, and then switch out the other judges
to be like Brooklyn or
Mama
Pangina
Pow
or
and all of them, and just swap them out and like here and there, because that way it won't seem like, even if they wanted to be biased, it wouldn't be as biased, you know.
But the thing is, Ruda only wants to be the only queen up there.
Well, then let them go and out of drag. Some
What
of
if
them
they
would
don't
do
want
it.
to? I know.
Like, I think Brooklyn would do it for sure. I think that Nikki Doll would do it. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah, because these are all American queens.
I think that any of them would do it. And my reasoning for that is due to the fact that if RuPaul called them and said, hey, I want you to be a guest judge on Global, but you can't be in drag, they would do it. Because, I
Maybe.
mean, he's the reason they got the job.
Yeah.
That'd be like your boss calling and being like, hey, I need you to do this.
I guess it depends on what kind of contract they signed.
Okay, Monique.
I'm just saying.
But I think that would make it a lot better, because I feel like Rue is most definitely biased towards these girls.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And I like Kitty, but I will say that, in my opinion, this season, all of her looks make her look like she's trying to be an old lady. And it's driving me nuts. Like, I can't anymore. They just keep saving her. And then they gave her, like, this terrible villain edit.
They are giving her the villain edit.
And I don't know how I feel about that either. Because Kitty's always been kind of sassy, but, like, they're really making her out to be, like, just, like, an awful person. And then
Especially Denelli.
same with Queen Kong, though, because they're making her out to be, like, she, like, has some vendetta against Nelly.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of them do. But...
And then you have Alyssa's storyline where she's adopting Tessa.
And she's always safe now.
Yes.
Which that's one that I also feel should have been in the bottom a few times. For example, the acting challenge where all I got out of that was...
No, they won.
Shut up, Dylan. They did not deserve that win. I'm sorry. It's my opinion. But it's my opinion! Anyway, I think that they shouldn't have won, mostly due to the fact that, like, all I got from Melissa's performance the whole time was doo-da, doo-da, from All Stars 2.
And what do you think she's going to do at Snatch Game? Katy Perry. I wish she would do Katy Perry again.
So I saw the leak from my drag group as to who everybody is. I don't remember all of them, but I know that Alyssa is supposedly doing Annie Oakley.
Okay.
Which is a throwback to All Stars 2.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with that. I saw that Pythia is doing Zeus, which that's one thing that as a viewer I get, like, and I love Pythia, and this is to all the queens that do it, really. It's not my thing. I don't like when they just take a fictional person and do it. I want to, like, see the actual impersonation.
I liked when Trinity did Satan. You didn't?
It was okay to me, but it wasn't like...
It wasn't the best because Jinx was the best.
Well, I mean, Jinx is like a legend for that kind of stuff,
right?
Though. But I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I get it. My own personal opinion. I just don't like it. But I know that some of them are doing celebrities native to, like, their country, which...
I don't think the Snatch Game's going to go very well, honestly.
I don't either. I think that the people that are doing ones that are native to their country are probably going to end up in the bottom because Rue and Michelle won't get it. Mm-hmm. And that's sad,
maybe they will, because look at Plain Jane. She did that one Russian thing.
Oh my God! Speaking of Plain Jane, did you see her at the
yes?
Yeah, the Emmys.
I was wondering who's going to be like the next Poppy.
Oh, I thought that was insane. It does not, in my opinion, it does not beat Poppy's Goblin.
The Goblin, yeah.
But I didn't realize that was Plain Jane at first either, because she kind of looked like Amanda Lepore with brown hair, and I was like, I love this. Like Nymphia, I didn't realize that was Nymphia at first either, which made me feel really stupid, even though she was coming out of like a banana peel. I liked it. I loved their looks.
Did you see that they were getting heat because they left it early? After people are saying that they left after
trying to start drama.
Yeah, after RuPaul lost the Emmys,
when all they were doing was going to get a cocktail during the commercial break, and then they came back.
Exactly.
And then they were trying to start drama between I think it was at the VMAs. They were trying to start drama between Taylor Swift and Chappell Roan. Saying that she left during Chappell's performance.
Yep.
But
did you see Plain and Chappell Roan were talking?
Yes. But with the Taylor Swift thing with Chappell Roan, it's most of the awards now are given away backstage for the VMAs. So chances are it's Taylor Swift. She's probably called to the back. She had to go do something,
right?
Like get awards, stuff like that. And then to say, well, she left because Chappell was performing. That is so stupid.
Right.
Like, I don't believe that for...
Just wait till they have their collab. Taylor doesn't really do a lot of collabs, though.
No, she doesn't, but that would be a really good one. Did she ever do a collab with Nicki Minaj?
No.
That kind of shocks me, because her and Nicki, like, I love the storyline in, like, the media where, like, they support each other so well. That's one of my favorite stories, because
it's... Nicki hates Miley.
I mean...
What's good?
I love all of those women. I'm just throwing that out there. I am a homosexual that supports the pop girlies and rap girlies. That being said, we are going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back and talk about our newest obsession, Chimp Crazy. Hello. That's how she said hello on the phone. We are back, and we're going to talk about the newest obsession on Max called Chimp Crazy with my new hero, Tanya Haddix.
Right.
Again, as I said earlier in the show, a friend of mine was like, you really have to watch this. So I watched it because she was like, it is the craziest thing I have ever seen.
I guess it's by the same creators who did Tiger King.
Yes, same people that did Tiger King. He had to hire a proxy director because no one in that community trusts him anymore. So he hired the proxy director to get in there. So I'm going to go episode by episode because each episode pretty much had its own little like story and cliffhanger ender.
Right.
So if you don't want spoilers on this show, I hope you have a great week because we're talking about it.
It's been out a while. You should be able to watch it.
It has been out a while. So episode 1 was where we first get introduced to the crazy world of people owning chimps.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have Connie. I don't remember her last name.
Is she the old one?
She's the old lady.
Who fed it with the broob?
No.
She's not the one that breastfed the chimp?
No, that's a different lady, but we could talk about her really quick because she's a very famous chimp trainer. Mm-hmm. So her, I feel like she's somebody that should own them because like she knows what she's doing. Like she's trained, she knows everything about them. She had a baby chimp that she, at the same time that she had her daughter, and she got in the news because the chimp wasn't eating. So she breastfed it herself, which...
It?
It.
You just said it.
She breastfed it, the chimp.
Yeah. What if the chimp's a boy?
I don't care what the sex of the chimp is.
So he's just an it to you.
It's an animal. So, yeah. Anyway, I love animals. I thought it was crazy, but she got in the news for it.
Right.
Say that you had a partner, Dylan, and you came home and they were just breastfeeding a monkey. What would that freak you out at all?
Well, yeah, since I like dudes. If a dude was breastfeeding a monkey...
Some guys can lactate, Dylan. I can't, but some people can.
I'm surprised you can't.
With my estrogen. True. Anyway, so we meet her and hear her story about how she's been training chimps, and she's been at the White House. She's been given like awards and stuff. She worked for the circus, which she was an interesting character. But then we get introduced to Connie, who is she is responsible for like 2/3 of the chimps that are being held in like people own. Connie did not want to be on camera, however, but that's where they came in with Tanya. And Tanya is most definitely the star of Chimp Crazy.
So we didn't actually see Connie, right?
You did see Connie very briefly. Even though she said she didn't want to be on camera, there were a few moments where she was on camera.
Oh.
And Connie and her husband, they raise chimps, they sell them, they did chimp party. Her husband's nose got bit off by a chimp.
That's right.
Right. And then he died, and the one lady who used to work for Connie, like, in a weird way, kind of alleged that, like, the monkeys had something to do with his death. But, like, I don't think that's right. But Tanya,
well, they came back for more after they got his nose. Got your nose.
Tanya, however, wanted to be on camera, and she looks like every CVS cashier that you can stereotype. And I say that because I used to work at CVS, and one of the cashiers that worked there looked just like Tanya, in my opinion, and Dylan knows exactly who I'm referencing. So she used to be a nurse, and she decided that she loved chimps and monkeys. So she moved down to the chimp place with Connie and started taking care of the monkeys, where she fell in love with Tonka, who is the other star of the show.
Yeah, wasn't Tonka in movies?
Tonka was in movies. Connie's monkeys were all over in the like greeting cards, things like that. But Tonka was a movie star who did a movie with Alan Cumming called Buddy.
I don't think I ever watched it.
I never did either. But we learned that PETA is trying to take all of the chimpanzees, which at this time there's only 7 left.
There's only 7 left?
There were only 7 left in her compound thing.
Oh.
So
Not in the whole world.
Not in the whole world,
I was going to say,
Dylan.
dang.
Bitch, the Indianapolis Zoo has more than 7 chimpanzees.
I didn't know.
Anyway, so we learned that PETA's trying to take them from Connie because they said that she wasn't taking very good care of them, blah, 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 blah. And then Alan Cumming got involved, which I love Alan Cumming as a fellow homosexual.
He won an Emmy.
I know he did. He ruined RuPaul's streak. And
I mean, I thought the Emmy was well deserved. He was campy.
He's super campy, but I'll be honest with you, it gets on my nerves when I'm watching The Traitors, but I love The Traitors.
Like it.
I love that show so much, but I can do without the over-the-top overacting.
No, that's what cracks me up.
But he gets involved because he wants to see, like, he claims that he wants to see Tonka again. And I say that he claims because if you didn't give a shit before, why do you give a shit now? Because, like, he did the movie back in, like, 1997, and then all of a sudden, now that PETA's involved, he was like, oh, I want to be with the monkeys. So, not a fan of that. I obviously side with Tanya on that. But the first episode continues, and it's all about them trying to fight PETA so that they can keep their chimps. And all the craziness is about to unfold because the first episode is a little slow because it's setting everything up, of course, like everything. So then in the end of the first episode, Tanya loses her court case, Dillon.
Was it in the first episode? I thought it was first or second.
It was the first.
Was that where she, like, starts cussing the PETA dude out and they're like, Miss whatever her name is?
That's in the second. So in the first one, it ends with PETA coming to take all 7 of the chimps because they get them. And then you find out that one of them was missing. Bum, bum,
oh,
bum.
That's right.
It was Tonka. That was the cliffhanger on the first episode, was that when they went to go get all 7 of them, there were only 6 chimps because Tonka was nowhere to be seen. So that's when we go into the second episode and the craziness starts. But the like real crazy shit doesn't happen till the third episode.
Right.
Because the second episode is all about, she's telling them about how Tonka is dead.
Yeah.
He's dead. He had a stroke. She went down into, like, to take care of him and just found him lifeless. So it's all about PETA trying to be like, where's Tonka? Where's his body? And she has, as Dillon referred to,
oh my god, it looked like the plastic baggie of, like, Betty Crocker cake mix.
Because she said that she had him cremated, and then it cracked me up because in the document that she provided said that they burned him at 150 degrees. It's like, oh, honey, you can't even make a roast at that.
I mean, that's a slow burn.
But that, like, she just keeps telling him that she does, like, she goes, oh, well, I can't do anything about it because, like, he's dead and we cremated him and here's the Betty Crocker cake mix. But Dillon was texting me while he was watching it and he was like, I swear that's cake mix. That's not ashes. And me knowing what was coming next, I just texted him back and was like, oh, bitch, it's about to get crazy. Just you wait. And I was like, keep watching. So the second episode is all about her, like, telling them that he's dead. And then everybody's like, where's Tonka? Where's Tonka? They offered rewards. People were, like, going to her house to try to get images of Tonka, which, by the way, something that kind of bugged me about the whole thing was that the chimps were taken from her, but then she, all of a sudden, like, soon as she moves away, can just instantly get all of these exotic animals to open up a petting zoo.
Right. I don't understand that.
I don't either. I'm not a lawyer, though. So, like, I would think that if you already have these charges against you, like, you can't legally own those animals anymore.
Right.
Like, but here she is with a zoo where she's going to sell the animals as well. And she's brokering animals. And, oh, my God, every time it would cut to her driving and she's just like, and then I also love, so side note, I also love when she is in the spa and she's like, hello, on her phone with the white stuff all over her lips. And she's just like, I really like a natural look. I don't want my lips to be too big. Oh, I forgot to say, they call her the Dolly Parton of the animal world. And I'm like, who? Blind people? Like, I love you, Tanya.
Her face is a coat of many colors.
I love her, but no way does she look like Dolly Parton.
No, absolutely
That'd be
not.
like me saying I look like freaking Ben Affleck. No way. Look at this. Like, until I can afford all the plastic surgery, I ain't gonna look that good.
I mean, you do
looking.
look miserable like him.
He's not miserable anymore. He got away from Jennifer Lopez.
No, they went out to lunch
with their kids
after they signed their divorce papers.
Yeah, that's really weird to me. Like, I'm the type where, like, after we've broken up, I don't want anything to do with you. You could be dead and I don't care.
Right.
Like, not to be terrible, but yeah. I don't care if they're dead or alive. If I saw them walking down the street, I'd be like, oh, I kind of hoped you were dead. But anyway, back to my girl, Tanya. She then, after she's telling them that they're dead the whole time, or that Tonka's dead, they're sitting there like arguing with her, saying like, where's Tonka? Where's Tonka? And then that's when she's doing her court case, Dylan.
Okay.
Where she's like, she gives her recount of, or her retelling of how she found Tonka lifeless, and she's crying and says that she can't do it. And then they're like, let's take a recess. And she's like, he's such a bastard. And they're like, your mic is still on? And she's just like, okay, thanks. It's like, I'm sorry, but she's the brand of crazy that I love.
Yeah.
Because, like, I love crazy people, long as they're not crazy at me.
Right.
And she is most definitely crazy. And then I loved where she was, like, in the beginning of the episode, she was like, that guy was, like, just massaging her lip the whole time. Mm-hmm. And she's like, they think I'm hiding a chimp. Do you know how hard it would be to hide a 200-pound chimp?
Not very hard, apparently.
I know. So after she wins her court case, and PETA is like, they're told that unless they have evidence, they have to leave her alone. I don't know if this bitch just forgot that she was being recorded, but when she like hugs her husband, she's like, we just have to keep him hidden. And it's like, what? What did she just say? And then it cuts to her going down, and he's like, she has like a whole room segmented off for Tonka that she's just kept Tonka hidden in for a year. So this bitch kidnapped a chimp. And that is crazy to me. And no one, like, her family didn't turn her in or anything.
Why would they? They love her.
I'm sorry. I would have to turn my mom in if she was keeping a chimp locked in a basement. That is insane. Like, I get it. That's like her kid, but that is crazy.
Absolutely.
So then that's where episode 2 ends.
That was a big cliffhanger, that Tonka was, in fact, alive. And
well, but not well. Like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm not an expert. But then so episode 3 starts, and you find out like the whole story as to what happened. Supposedly, yes, he had a stroke. She used that as her opportunity to trank him, and her husband took him from Connie's. And mind you, they show the video of them carrying this trunk with a chimp in it up the stairs at like the Holiday Inn. But my question is, nobody saw this and was like, something's going on outside. We should call the police.
You would think, right?
Because you hear the trunk just like banging around as like they're struggling. Like, it legit looked like she was hiding a body. So,
because she was.
That's true. Then she like, it cuts to her taking what's its name, Tonka, up to Cy in Ohio, which again, are these people stupid? He's like, oh, we'll just let her come hide this chimp in my compound. And it's like, you just incriminated yourself. You let her take these cameras on your property to and explain how you hid Tonka for her when it was court ordered that she had to turn over this chimp.
How'd she not go to jail?
I don't know, Dylan. It makes no sense to me.
That's what I don't understand, is how she didn't go to jail in the end.
True. But like, back to your cake mix story, that's how I told Dylan that it was going to get crazier, was because Cy had a chimp that recently died of natural causes, allegedly, and they dug up his body and cremated his body.
That was already partially decomposed.
And had its head cut off because he wanted to keep the skull, which that's weird to me too.
Yes.
Like, what the hell?
Right?
That's insane. And they cremated his dead body, and that's what she had this whole time. So all these images of her holding the ashes, like crying and stuff, that's what it was. It was this other monkey named Ricky. Shit was nuts.
And still, I thought it was like fucking Betty Crocker cake mix.
It was crazy. And then, so like you go through like all of Sai's story, you get all these other like side chimp stories. You guys will have to watch to get all the little side stories. Some of them involved Charla. What was her last name? I want to say.
Is that the one who...
Charla Nash, I think, was her name.
Was she the one who died in the bathtub?
No.
Or was she the one who had the friend that got attacked?
She's the one whose face was ripped off.
Okay.
So you get that story. You get the story of Travis, the one who... well, Travis is the one that attacked her. You get the story of Buddy, or Bud was his name, something like that.
Something.
And he's the one that attacked the woman's daughter. But some of these stories were just freaking nuts. But anyway, back to my homegirl, Tanya. She sat there and was telling everybody this whole story of everything. So then production gets into a pickle where they're like, do we turn her in? Because, like, she's hiding this chimp that was supposed to be turned over legally. And so they're going through this whole dilemma up until the end of episode 3 where they're trying to decide, will they, won't they? And they, of course, decide, yes, we're going to give the information to PETA. So they end up giving all the information to PETA. He gets the information, and that's where episode 3 ends. Mm-hmm. So this is just like quick little recaps. There's a lot of crazy shit that happens in between.
There really is.
Are you keeping up with everything that's going on, Dylan? Like,
yes.
Are you ready to move to episode 4?
I think so, yes.
Episode 4 opens with Tanya's upset because she finds out that someone turned her in. Again, how do you not realize that it's production?
Right. It takes like 2 minutes.
Right. Oh, the FBI or the police found out that I have Tonka this whole time. I wonder how they know. Oh, wait, I've been on camera for months. Like, and not to mention, I showed them that I have Tonka in my basement locked up. Which another thing, so back to like past stuff that happened on this show. Why is she feeding him like McDonald's and Powerades? And
that's why he's unhealthy.
Now, like her, someone brought to my attention, and when I like rewatched it with Corey,
and the donuts.
Yeah, she's feeding them all like icy donuts to like all of the other animals.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, what are you? Anyway,
she's your homegirl.
She is my homegirl, but homegirl, you're messy. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. But oh my god! So then you go on to they get Tonka. She's very upset. Alan, like, the whole episode is just like her talking about how like that's her child and she would do anything to see him again. Reminder, or just like a FYI, she loves that chimp more than she loves her kids and her husband.
Yeah.
I bet if they told her that she just had to crash her car to kill her family, she could see Tonka. Uh-huh. I bet she'd do it.
She probably
Allegedly. She would.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so then they won't let her see Tonka anymore, which I think is sad. She should still get to see him, just like a child. Just have it be a supervised visit.
Right. Have
people there. That way she can't trank him and take him again.
Exactly.
And lock him in her basement.
Fake his death again.
Yeah, because she talked about how she was, before they could come get him, she was like, oh, he's in bad condition. Like, he has heart problems. And then that's where, like, he's fine.
He's just fat.
Yeah, he's just fat. Like,
that's what your doctor said.
You're damn right. Not my new one. My new one didn't call me fat one. So, progress. She was like, oh, I'd never say that. But anyway,
You're just big boned.
Back to my girlfriend, Tanya. She then is like, because they were like, you said that you were going to harm Tonka. And she's like, you should have paid attention to, like, the tone of my voice. I would never do that to Tonka. I was going to run to Mexico, and we could have just hired people to come build us a compound and been happy. And it's like, oh, poor Tanya. So again, she should be able to do, like, supervised visits, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. That way she could see Tonka, but then she can't kidnap him and take him to Mexico. But I'll tell you what really annoyed me in the end was that they let Alan Cumming go see him. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dude, again, no offense to everybody that's like, oh, Alan, we're so happy that you got to see him again. You did not give a shit about that monkey until PETA got involved. Why should I believe that you cared before?
Right.
And then, like, I'm not stupid. I know that like he's trying to pull at their heartstrings when like his interview thing was like the image or the picture that Tonka's handprint was on. It's like, girl, I know what you're doing here, because I would do the same thing.
Right.
Be like, oh, I really loved this person. I don't give a shit about them. I don't think he really gives a shit about that chimp. I don't. And I'm clearly on the record saying that. I don't think he does. How about you, Dylan? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't think he does. I mean, it's one of those...
Did Tanya abuse that chimp? Probably.
Probably. But not in the way
that like they're trying, like an extreme that they're trying to say. I think that she took care of that chimp to the best of her ability. I think she truly loves that chimp more than anything.
Yeah.
Like,
if that chimp were human, he'd be some like little fat kid who would be spoiled and not know what to do with himself.
You leave my nephew out of this.
I was talking about you.
You're a doucher. Anyway, you guys have to check out Chimp Crazy. That shit was insane. Like,
it was crazy.
Tiger King, but like more insane.
I like Chimp Crazy a little better than Tiger King.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't really get into Tiger King.
I like Tiger King, but Chimp Crazy is like my jam right now. Like Dylan suggested that I dress up as Tanya Haddix for Halloween, and I am going to do that. I messaged my family today to ask if they had a pink juicy suit, and none of them have it. So I'm going to have to buy one.
Does that surprise you, though?
Honest to God, I thought that Chris would have one. Okay, so I love my sister, but she's one of those people where she likes to wear like the suits and stuff like that, and she has no ass to show it off. So,
I mean, I can sympathize because neither do I.
I know. And
it's all about the back.
Well, I mean, her back goes boop, and goes in, which yours does too.
Yep.
But I thought maybe she would, but she does not. So that kind of makes me sad. So I got to get that and the wig. And then my friend Kayla, well, your friend as well, is going to do my makeup. And I'm going to kill it. I'm going to ask her if she can do it twice so that for like the Halloween episode of this, just like spoiler alert for Halloween, I'm going to try to do the Tanya look.
Okay.
For Halloween. So I hope you get a costume because I want you to be dressed up as well.
Okay.
You can't be a chimp, though, because that's Corey.
I don't know what I want to be.
Well, you can be anything your little heart desires.
I'll wear yellow, and I'll be the yellow M&M.
Works for me. I mean, everybody needs to watch Chimp Crazy, because it was, in fact, crazy. Newest obsession. Love it.
I think we should probably take a break and come back with final thoughts.
Dylan is right. We will take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Yep.
I just love Tonka. We're back.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
We're back with final thoughts. She kind of has like that sad voice to her.
Like Squidward?
Yeah, kind of. But like,
But it's a natural look.
It is a natural look. I love Tanya so much, so.
But you really should get like the Amanda Lepore like lips. Because you know how they like jut out?
That's too big though, because hers are only like half that size.
No, they're not.
Maybe I'm a little blind because I love her.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as like with Carol Baskins when everybody was like, "Oh, she's nuts." I was like, "Come on now!" Like,
oh my God, those two together.
They should do a season of the Traitors together.
That would be so fun.
Oh my God, could you imagine though Tanya in the same room as Alan Cumming?
That will never happen.
I know.
She'd probably kill him. Then Carol Baskins would turn him into hamburger meat.
TV gold, man. TV gold.
And you have to have Kate there because she just comes back.
Kate comes back to the Traitors for no reason. Like,
I'm okay with it because I like Kate and I want her on my TV.
I love Kate too. I've never watched Below Deck, but I love her on the Traitors. I do know that Bob's on the new season, so that's going to be great. Did they get Monica on there from Salt Lake?
Nope, she didn't pass the psych test.
Oh, that's sad.
I like a couple of my Big Brother people on there, so
that's coming back though. Salt Lake.
Yeah, tonight.
Oh, is it?
Tonight.
Monica's not on there, so I don't know if I want to watch.
I know.
Like, I'm sorry, but you got rid of, like, the best villain.
First time, like...
Yeah. Like, she was the best first-time housewife ever because she came with all that drama. And just because everybody else is like, no, we don't want to film with her because she made that terrible side about us.
They shouldn't have the choice.
They shouldn't. They should be like,
if because you can't be like, I don't want to work with him because I don't like him.
right.
Well, then find a new job, you lazy motherfucker.
Right. Because it's like, if you, like, all they have to do is do like 1 or 2 trips together, and then that's it. That's all they got to do.
Yeah.
Like, nothing more. Though I did see a rumor that her and Whitney were filming together for some reason. But
it's just Heather and her that don't like each other, really. I think maybe Lisa Barlow.
Well, I mean...
And then Meredith is just all drugged out, so...
Allegedly. I think that...
But she likes Mary. Her and Mary are friends.
Yeah, I think...
It's so weird.
I know that Salt Lake just, like, started, but I'm ready for a revamp on them, too. Because, like, I'm over those ladies. Because, like...
The last season was so good.
Because of Monica.
I know.
Her and her mom.
And all of the costume parties.
Yeah.
Like where they shook butter in Connor Perry outfits. They were pirates.
You know what? I gotta
They were drag queens.
Well, all but Lisa, because Lisa threw a fit because she didn't want to... She takes her makeup too damn serious. But last season was so good, but it was primarily because of Monica and her crazy mom. I love crazy shit on my TV. If I'm watching reality television, I want it to be crazy. I don't want it to be just like women that just like love each other.
I know, this boring.
Yeah.
This Beverly Hills.
That is Beverly Hills lately. Like, now that I've discovered that I share a birthday with my least favorite housewife of Beverly Hills, like, now I want her back. Lisa Rinna. We were both born 7/11, and I had no idea, so
I don't want her back. I was okay with her gone.
You know what? At least she brought drama.
Let the mouse go.
Anyways, final thoughts. Let's do that really quick. Do you have any final thoughts
what
for
are
the
your
week?
plans for the week?
Agatha comes out this week, so I'm going to be watching those 2 episodes.
Tonight.
Yep. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'll be doing that. Anyway, are you doing anything fun this week?
I'm off this weekend. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. Probably play video games.
Well, that was
no real
exciting.
plans.
In that case, please like, follow, subscribe. We are on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Patreon, at Humble Narcissists with an S.
Anywhere you can find podcasts.
Hell yeah. So please join us next week, long as I don't have the broken AC again, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.